It just occurred to me that I am doing a fasted 50K. What a terrible idea.
All right, so today is Friday and it is time to turn up my training a bit. We're gonna go for 50K today down here at the Twin Valley Trail, which combines both Twin Creek Metro Park and the Germantown Dam Metro Park. So, super excited. It's gonna be an adventure. It's just before noon, hoping to finish in about 6.5 hours. While we run today, I'm gonna do an epic battle between the Speedgoat 3s, Hoka Speedgoat 3s, and the Altra Olympus 4.0s. Let's see what turns out. See how it goes. So let's begin the shoe battle. So right now I'm running in the Hoka Speedgoat 3s, and they have about 390 miles on them. So this battle is a little bit unfair. My Altra Olympus 4.0s have closer to 200 miles. So right off the bat, I expect them to perform a bit better. Quick rundown on the Speedgoat 3s. The biggest thing about them is their midsole. Lots of stack height, tons of cushion, and that's what we like about Hoka shoes generally. I'd say also the foot shape is pretty good. It really holds your foot like a glove, kind of. There isn't a whole lot of room for your toes to splay, although it's not bad. It's not too tight. And then you also have a drop. Don't know exactly what it is. I'll try to put it on the screen when I get back. But it's a medium drop as far as from heel to toe. And it does give you a little bit of a boost when you're trying to go up hills. So I like that. Oh yeah, let's talk about the upper. The upper is kind of a modified mesh with some breathability. However, a lot of overlays, which protects the shoes, but does inhibit some of the breathability. But it's not a problem. My feet feel just fine. I've never had much of a problem with my feet sweating, so they do protect your foot from moisture from the outside, so that's nice. And if we take a look at them, they have held up pretty well over 400 miles. See a few little spots there, but not too bad. On the bottom, the lugs have held up. Those are nice lugs. 3-4 millimeters, I believe. Give you lots of good grip. Not had any problems with them. I took the Hoka Speedgoat 3s to San Antonio and ran the Bandera 100K there. Had absolutely no problems. In fact, I really fell in love with those shoes at that race. So now I'm kind of, part of the reason I'm doing this video is I'm debating whether I want to try the Speedgoat 4s. So we'll just have to see. We'll see what we do. So this is my 10-mile check-in, 1/3 the way through. We're at 1 hour and 48 minutes. We had a few distractions, phone calls, email, all the things you want to avoid when you're out on the trails. But hey, that's not bad.
So I'm over here at Twin Creek. Thought of a couple other things with the Hoka Speedgoat 3.0s. On the bottom, on the outsole, I told you about the lugs, but it's a Vibram or Vibram Mega Grip material. It's really good. Vibram and Hoka, as well as other shoe manufacturers, have teamed up and added their rubber to the bottom of shoes. And some of it's marketing hype, but I really do think that it's a pretty high quality rubber that does a good job with grip. So I guess in conclusion, the Hoka Speedgoat 3.0s really served me well. I think they've definitely been worn out at about 400 miles here, but I'm very, very tempted to try out the 4.0s, the Speedgoat 4.0s. So we'll see. We're about halfway through the run. Not quite halfway at all. We're at 12 miles. But on the other side of the park, I'll switch shoes and tell you about the Altra Olympus shoes, Olympus 4.0s, and then we'll compare them towards the end. Just about halfway through, 15 miles in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So moving at a decent clip, a PR pace. I have no doubt I'll slow down though. But going just fine. And gonna reload some water when I get back to my truck and then go out for the second half. So boy, couldn't ask for a better day. Mileage check, we're at 17.5 miles, right about 17.5 in 3 hours and 16 minutes. I'm now over on the TVT on my way to the Germantown Dam loop. So I just thought I might give you a quick rundown on my thoughts on the Altra Olympus 4.0s that I'm wearing now. I went ahead and switched them, and my first thought is it's just different. I know that's not the most useful comment, but obviously the zero drop, you notice that right away. Certainly a lot more room in the toe box for my feet, which, you know, nothing new. We knew that. I would say a lot more room though. Like, my feet do tend to swim a little bit in the toe box. Something I can get used to, but it's definitely not a lockdown feel like you get with the Speedgoat 3.0s. So it floats in there a little bit, but it's still lots of good cushion with the Olympus, and plenty of grip. The same Vibram Mega Grip outsole material with the lugs. Different lug pattern. I'd say that the Olympus is probably better than the Speedgoat lug pattern. It's just a little more grippy, a little more angled to grab the dirt and the rocks as you go. If you were used to the Hoka lineup and the Speedgoat, you might try on the Altra lineup and the Olympus especially before you choose to buy it, because it's a very different feel. Not a bad feel, just different. 20-mile check-in. We're at 3 hours and 55 minutes. So doing pretty good. On pace for 6 hours, which is great
for a training 50K run. I might even beat 6 hours because at least 10 minutes of this past couple hours was at my truck, reloading on hydration and changing my shoes out and my shirt. So we'll see. I'm gonna get tired. Obviously it's gonna get painful, but we'll just have to see how it pans out. But things are going well. I've only had one little niggle in my left ankle where I felt like I pulled my Achilles at one point, but it's feeling okay now. I guess we'll find out here tomorrow and the next day how bad it is. Hopefully not too bad. All right, we'll check in later. These hills in Germantown are brutal. Love it though, great training, great training. Wow, it's been a while since I've been over 20 miles, but now it really starts hurting and my body clearly has not seen this distance in some time. So we're gonna gut it out here, toughen up, and try to distract ourselves here from the pain and think about something else. For me at least, is I usually believe in honesty, but on these long runs sometimes a trick I can use is try to convince myself that it hurts worse to walk than it does to run, because quite honestly sometimes that's true, at least sort of. All right, so let's be honest about the shoes. I love my Altra Olympus shoes. I've always enjoyed them. I liked the old iteration, the Olympus 3.0s. The 4.0s are good. What I'm struggling with is I wore them at the end, or not the end, I'm at 25 miles towards the end of this 50K training run, and I'm hurting bad, so it's really hard to tell if it's the shoes or what. But I don't know. I have to think about it here. I just passed a lady. I think she thought I was totally nuts because I was talking to the GoPro. I'm not sure she saw the GoPro. All right, well, maybe I am nuts. I don't know. It's not the shoes. I mean, I'm in pain, but enough whining. I like the shoes. I'm not sure, and I'm just not convinced that my Altra Olympus shoes are the ones I would take, or the ones I'm going to take to my 100 miler. I'm not convinced. Hi, I'm sorry. And so I think I need to order another pair of Speedgoat 4.0s and see how they are. I've heard that there's not as much cushion in them in the midsole as the 3.0s, and that would not be good. But they performed so well at Bandera for 62 miles. I had like no issues, no injuries, no serious pain, just the normal, you know, being tired after 62 miles. So I think I have to give him a shot. Oh my. This has been interesting. Oh. Got a 100-mile race in like 4 weeks. I think the big problem today is that I didn't eat any food. I didn't have any food. I had a little tiny bowl of cereal this morning because we didn't have any left. It was the last of the box. And then I didn't have any lunch. Didn't bring any food besides one banana. So that is a huge miscalculation to then go run 31 miles in the woods on trails, up and down hills. It doesn't matter. To go run 31 miles. That was some poor planning on my part. All right, let's do a little more running, and then I won't be ashamed if I have to walk it in after this. All right, thanks for coming along on this adventure. I'm not sure there'll be any more video because I'm so tired, and I'm just gonna crash when I get back to my car and when I get back home, hopefully. So I'll sign off here. In the end, with the 2 shoes, I'd say the Speedgoats are probably the way I'll go for the 100-miler, like I said before. But the Olympus is awesome. If it was still brand new, I'd probably use that. I mean, I did make it 70 miles in Canada at Fat Dog with my Olympus, my old Olympus 3.0s. So both are good shoes, and just make sure you try on both before you decide to buy them. So, all right, this might be a long video. I'll try to cut it down so it's not too bad. And we'll catch up. I can't even talk. We'll catch up with you in the next video. Thanks.